speaking of other companies doing weird things.
Another shocker.
Yeah, another shocker. It appears that Hideo Kojima will be leaving Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pains is released. That has actually been confirmed. And Konami has said that going forward they will continue to make Metal Gear Solid games without Kojima.
So what the hell happened here?
Well, if it's anything like Konami in the past, Konami doesn't want people to make games, or is not giving people a lot of freedom to do what they want. It's like when, why can't I remember the name now? Drifty lithium brain fart. Remember when we talked about Castlevania?
Yes.
The Castlevania guy leaving? Because even though the games sold amazingly well and people loved them, they decided they needed to stick him on mobile dating simulators for 2 years.
Yes, that was...
Yeah, I mean, this is basically the state of Konami right now. Konami doesn't have anything they used to have. Or, if they do...
Wow, that was a year ago.
It's not even quality.
That was Koji Igarashi a year ago.
Koji Igarashi. Iga. I always want to say Iga, and it's the full is Igarashi.
So there's a lot of things I saw with this. Sorry to cut you off. About they're taking his name off of the cover art. Is that true?
I don't know.
That seems it's very contentious. If that's the case, they're going to take his name off of the.
Like I said, I don't know. They may put it up there. They may put it back. But like I said, it has been announced that this is the last game he's doing in the series. Is Phantom Pains. I think it's ridiculous that they would... I mean, it's obvious they would because Konami is bleeding and they need money, but it's ridiculous. I don't even think Kojima is all that in a bag of chips, but he is the heart and soul of the Metal Gear Solid series. All of this postmodern weirdo bullshit that goes on in the Metal Gear Solid games that makes them interesting to people who play them is the work of his mind. So to push him out and to say you're going to bring other people in, and that's like saying, I mean, it's just the only analogy I can come up with, and I don't. But it's like saying in the middle of Two Towers, Tolkien's out and someone else is in to finish the story. So
sure, but
because these games have always been, I think, to players. Yes, they enjoy the gameplay, but the story is really what drives a lot of these people to play them because they're fucking out there.
Which is the one? Was it 2 or 3 where there's like 20 minutes of gameplay and the rest is like a movie, basically?
Okay, that's a lie.
But which one is it?
But that would be 4 actually.
Oh, 4. But it always weighed heavily on the
story, right? Yes. And
a little bit too much to some people.
Yeah, me included. I mean, I like the first one, but so with Kojima leaving, that I just you're looking at shitty Metal Gear Solid games from here on out.
Isn't he doing Silent Hills?
The other problem is, and they have not commented on this, and I always joke, but I'm serious. I probably would have paid $10 for that free demo. Kojima and Guillermo del Toro were making Silent Hills. As of now, I don't believe there's any official statement on that. And that really upsets me because that was looking inventive. That was looking promising. That was looking like they were going to take some risks on that game and try to put out something unique.
Did they have a release date on that yet? Was it for later this year?
No, there was no release date on it. I mean, they dropped that without even saying it was a Silent Hill demo. I mean, we found out when someone beat it online.
Unless Kojima did something horrific and they want him out of the company, I don't see how they can cancel that, especially when they paid probably Del Toro a lot of money to help with it. Well, it doesn't make any sense.
Like what I was getting at earlier, I don't think it's Kojima did something horrible. I think Kojima's... I have a feeling Konami pissed off Kojima, not Kojima pissed off Konami.
And so he...
It's the same reason Keiji Inafune left Capcom. It's the same reason Igarashi left Konami. It's because these companies are old and they're out of touch and they're running on really old business structures that creative-minded developers don't want to be weighed down under. It
could be part of the... I mean, we hear about Nintendo having this old sort of... I guess it's the old way Japanese culture where everything is so rigid and structured as a community group versus independent people having, even trying to infuse the company with new life or new spirit, and it kind of goes against how the company's been run for decades.
And it kind of seems like it works for Nintendo because a lot of the people who are at Nintendo have been there for a while, and they must like something about it. But I really think for some of these other companies, especially the non-hardware producing companies like Konami and Capcom, I have a feeling everyone good they have is like, fuck this.
They're not changing with the times fast enough.
I mean, Inafune went right out after he left Capcom, funded Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
I mean,
that still boggles my mind how Konami couldn't just say do a Mega Man game and it'll sell. Like, just do that, do what you want.
Well, that's probably why he left, because he could no longer
because they canceled 2 games.
Yeah,
they canceled 2 Mega Man games.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, he's like, what's going on? They don't think he's going to sell. And Mega Man's been silent ever since then. It's already been like 3 years. You know what I mean? So just really weird stuff. Kojima tweeted out, I guess it was that, I'm not good with the Metal Gear Solid series. That could be from 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. But he just tweeted heading off with a picture
of the helicopter,
Snake going to the helicopter.
Yeah.
Which either means this is the last in the series, or I might be done with the company at some point.
No, like I said, at this point it's solidified itself a little more. They have said that they will continue making the games, and they've said he's no longer on them.
Is it because maybe he figured I can't go anywhere else with the story? I mean, it's not just these 5 games. They've done other games, mobile and otherwise.
It's totally possible. Like I said, Konami's hurting. I mean, they've got like nothing right now, nothing. And Kojima, like I said, I don't always like what he does, but, being a relatively creative individual, probably does not want to continue milking his franchise and ruining it if he thinks he's done everything he can with it. Whereas Konami needs it. They need that Metal Gear money.
He's being too much of an actual artist versus what Konami might want him to be, versus just being a moneymaker.
Sure, but I think that the right side is Kojima's side, if that's the case.
Well, that's like everything else. When they said we're not doing any more Mass Effect, and there'll probably be a new Mass Effect game. Did they announce Mass Effect 4? I don't
know, but I mean,
Halo 17's coming out.
Yeah, but all that shit's like team based. I mean, we're not talking about one person who's the mastermind behind all of it, like we are with Metal Gear and Kojima.
Fair enough. So we'll see what happens, if his name's going to be on the bill for it anymore or not. And we'll see what happens with Silent Hills. I'll be surprised if they would cancel that. I don't see that being canceled, because that seems like that'll be a big money maker for Konami.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get that one finished. Like I said, I'm hoping when they say after that he's done, they mean with Metal Gear, and they let that finish before he leaves.